Hello and welcome to the morning show. Today's guest is John Cullum Stevenson, who has been nominated for the Swedish Nobel Prize once again. How are you, John?
Fine, thanks.
So, tell me, how does it feel to be nominated for the Nobel Prize a fourth time?
Well, actually, it's a Nobel Prize, not the Nobel Prize. I got a new novel coming out. It's very mediocre. It's about my time during summer band camp when I played the tuba. Sometimes the guys from the soccer camp used to throw it into the river, and, well, my therapist say that I shouldn't write or talk about that. She also say that I chose the tuba because of my libido and my Oedipus complex. The book is also about my wife, who left me because of my annoying voice. But I think it has a lot of advantages having a voice that is just in one tone. But my therapist doesn't agree with me.
Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine. Aha! Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Haven't got a lot, I don't need a lot, 'cause it's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time.
Good evening and welcome to the Ziggy Coco morning show.
Yes, this is going to be fun!
How are you today, Coco?
Fine, thanks. Isn't the weather simply exuberant?
It sure is, but not equivalent to yesterday's. Today's topics include cigarettes, champagne, living in the sunlight and loving in the moonlight, and also a debate on who is the best, Harry Potter or Albus Dumbledore.
We don't want to waste any more time, so let's get started with the news.
Tennis. Here are the replies from anyone's bassoon. Negotiations were in arms. The learned are faking. Another submarine has been confiscated in the Panama Canal. We can all guess, says the officer of the Penguins. The pubic vector should be cut down and replaced by original thoughts. The cheese murderer finally Brie, but we begin offside. Families with children will be hidden in the basement, says the finisher of line dance, Olof Worspear, as his new Salmo proposal was protested by a united burger opposition. Higher taxes for slow learners, no pale tax on furniture, the state support of aggressive products are reduced by 1% and retail sales will increase. So should we put an end to mutation, predict the thinking minister. Over to war. We will also acquire unclear weapons, says Uri's leader Yes But You, after Muscle's occupation of Ramalama Ding Dong, after he had been stuck for 2 weeks and dumped acid over his worst enemies. This has brought a basket of prototypes from a bad world, but Gaia Mayan defends his decision crawling. Quran's words must be hidden, for Muhammad and his line we all die, he cried after being criticized hard by virtually all the peons on the barnyard. The Krakenova has been delegated by official news, causing the floods invasion more effective. During the post-presidential speech of George W. Bush, several people put themselves on fire in depression, leaving the public in chaos. And finally, tomorrow's leather prospects. A high-pressure back moves slowly across the country, causing a brilliant fine leather which breaks all records. This was Bassoon Daily News. We wish you a happy Christmas and a radioactive New Year.
I'm Bear Grylls and I'm a survival expert, and I am going to show you what it takes to survive in the most extreme environments. Today, I'll be fighting for my survival in the woods, a place filled with danger. This time of year, the woods don't have much food to offer. Sometimes what you need to survive is something close to a miracle. I think I saw something over there. Let's have a closer look. Look at this. A tray of tea and biscuits. Mother Nature truly is marvelous and presents herself with such gifts. I'll have a bite of this biscuit. Oh, awful. It's moist. It's been left out here in the woods for a long time. I'll have a sip of the tea as well. I know what you're thinking. Cold tea. Disgusting. Well, so am I. Oh, utterly disgusting. Well, the good thing is, this contains all the proteins I will need to survive. Let's move on. These terrains look desolate, but I am far from alone. These woods are inhabited by an indigenous people with bizarre and grotesque rituals. I should only seek help from them in an extreme emergency. They can be very, very hostile. A friend of mine tried to make friends with the natives. They responded by pushing herring down his throat until he died. As you can see, they are dancing around in circles. During the Midsummer Festival, they switched the tree to a big monument made out of branches in the shape of a penis. This is savage and unconquered. Just look at it. We better get moving. We don't want to upset the natives. Come on. Shh. Look. It's a mushroom picker. This time of year, there are loads of them around here. When opportunity presents itself, you have to grab it by the neck, literally. I have to come up from behind to have a proper chance. And my first blow has to kill it, otherwise I'll have some difficulties eating him. The mushroom pickers are known to be tough fighters, and bringing one down is often a real challenge. They can range in size from a small old lady to a bulky professional boxer. There we go. This is almost 200 pounds of mushroom picker, and that will help me survive the night. This is really tasty. The mushroom pickers temporarily stilled my hunger, but in the battle of survival, I will need to find cover to last through the night. This compost heap doesn't look pretty, but it will keep me warm during the night. I don't want the natives to find me here though, it will upset them.
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
It reeks of herring and snuff, but it will have to do. The compost heap is a sacred place for the natives. It symbolizes their souls wandering from one form to another. That's probably the worst night's sleep I have ever had. That's all for Man vs. Tame this week. Next time I will show you how to avoid getting caught by the police in a foreign country.
And now for something else that also smells bad.
Yes, our very own whiskey experts.
Conan, Conan, the alcoholic bastard.
Good morning and greetings from the Highlands. My name is Conan McPherson, and today I will present to you the latest selection of the finest beverage the world has ever known, whiskey. For instance, this single malt whiskey, distilled in a small village just outside of Edinburgh, Loch McDougall Extra Strong, works perfect for any kind of meal. It works perfectly fine on its own as well, with its bitter, delicious, almost rusty aroma and its strong concentration of alcohol, around 50%. I often find myself sitting alone in my apartment, and when there's no one to talk with or nothing good on the telly, then I simply reach under my pillow for my old Loch McDougall, and everything starts feeling better. Because of its quality, compared to the low price of £9, I give Loch McDougall 4 out of 5 kilts. And over here, by my Scottish beard, this whiskey is so rare that even during the time of William Wallace, men would sacrifice their wives and children just to get a hold of it. And so have I. Anyhow, I get a hold of this bottle just outside of Glen Lochhochen Ulanglochlochan. There I was, on a cliff, outlooking the sea, when a strange druid approached me, and he said, Yaliochulach Glochenlochen Roy Reith Hafen Hafen Hochen. Then he gave me the bottle, and the heavens roared with a mighty thunder, and it was as if God's heavenly kingdom rained down upon me like angel tears. And then I drank the entire bottle, and it was glorious. Well, and then I woke up at the hospital, apparently because of something the whitecoats like to call alcoholic poisoning. But of course, any sensible man would know that there is no such thing. That would be all from me, and see you next time, and long live Scotland.
Hello, this is Coco here, sitting with California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. And Tommy, you've just been filming a new movie, The Governator.
Yes.
Will you please tell me a little bit about it?
Well, first, I am Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor of California, and I'm here because I want to promote my newest movie, The Governator. It's a really cool movie with lots of special effects and lots of machine guns and action. Really cool. I think a lot of kids will love it, just like I love being and playing the Governator. I think many can identify themselves with a really cool guy. Yes.
And at the same time, you are still the governor of California. Isn't that a bit tough handling both jobs?
Well, you know, I can always let somebody else do my governor job. It's not so important. The only important thing is to raise taxes and maybe lower taxes, but mostly raise taxes. Anyway, it's not so hard, no.
And is it true what they say, that you got here simply by lifting things?
Well, no, I don't lift things. It's during my young years, when I was the champion of the world, I didn't only lift things, but I also put down things on the ground. It's very important that you put down things after you lifted them up, because you can't hold them up forever. Then it will be very tough.
Yes, that would seem an elemental part of heavy lifting. So I've heard they've already secured a sequel to this, The Governator.
Yes.
And you're still starring in that movie?
Yes, I'm still starring. because I think it's a really cool movie, and it's what I do, it's what I live for, and maybe there will be a third sequel as well, because I'll be back.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Governor, and we'll see you in theaters on April the 3rd.
Thank you, and hasta la vista, baby.
And now, time for my annual book review.
Yes, of course. Which book have you read this year?
I've actually read the Bible, the second part of it, which is called the New Testament. And as I'm sure everyone knows, the New Testament is a follow-up to the hugely successful Old Testament, which has together they've topped the selling charts for nearly 2 millennia.
Yeah, so what do you think of it?
Well, actually, I really can't see why everyone is talking about this particular book, actually. I mean, it didn't really get me excited when I read it. I had a hard time understanding the plot. And the characters are so very bleak. I mean, the main character, his name is Jesus or something, he didn't even really seem human at times.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I have to say that the book consists of a lot of short stories, and they disrupt the story, so you don't really get a feel for what the book is about. And then towards the end, there is a huge cliffhanger, and there's a prophet talking about the end of the world, and
Survival.
and what are you doing here?
Survival.
Okay, surviving. So anyhow, I thought that
Anybody
this
seen my whiskey bottle?
your whiskey bottle is not here.
I can't find my whiskey bottle. Where is it?
I have no idea. You
There it is. Let me have it.
What do you have?
It's mine. My
Wait, come
own. What are you looking at?
Nu är det färdigt.
And that's how my aunt lost her legs.
Yes, that's a hilarious story, John. Well, but I'm afraid we're out of time. So thanks for coming, and good luck on that award. Fourth time's the charm, eh?
Acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne, and surely you'll be your kind to